I'm here down on the River Wye, Hereford District AA, day ticket water. Been in to see Woody in the local tackle shop. Woody's given me one of his legendary maps to come down and try and catch a pike. I'm going to be fishing down here with lures, so let's get down the river, get straight to it and see if we can't find one. Well, it's going to be windy in the microphone, can't help that. I'm down here on the river. I think it's by the rugby club. You see, pretty impressive bridge there. And Woody was telling me about the water level that comes up here. If you can imagine that buttress, it comes up just under that and goes over the grass there. That's like 12 feet and way down there. Now some of this, if you do come down here, the steep banks are dangerous. I have seen guys staked in there. Just to give you a guide where I am, I'm on 53 there, peg 53. So I'm going to throw around here a lot slower than where I barbel fish, loads slower. So it does look very, well, pike fishing territory. And they say what happens is during the winter, and I'm at autumn, that the small fish come up here, roach and stuff like that, and they get pushed up, obviously the pike follow them. So I'm going to have a go here and over the other side as well. Well, that was interesting, guys. The bailiff, I didn't cast out, the bailiff came down and is really helpful and was able to tell me about where to not pike fish and where to pike fish. So there's a good chance of getting a pike, he said. It's been a lot of pike showing this year. He's telling me to go over there, try over bottom railings there. But he also says you've got to watch out around here. He said there's a lot of big trees with the big floods that come down and branches, and they do just settle somewhere, so I've got to watch that. So I'm okay. I've got a floating bait. Got this, going to try this one, like a banana type plug. Kanji 2.40, 40 to 80. Well, it's the white kanji. 40 to 80 grams it throws. Personally, I take it beach fishing and throw out what I want. Just had a 5-ounce lead on it before now. So that's made me feel a bit better talking to the bailiff. So there's a good chance of picking up a pike here. But let's get cracking, let's get something in the water. But guys, you can see it's very steep here. Obviously loads of anglers fish here, you can tell it's worn out. It's a big drop down, so don't be falling in there. And joking apart, it's probably not a bad idea to wear a life preserver along these steep banks. I'm going to fish from here and worry about hooking the fish later. Very, very high on the riverbank here. I'm going to have to snip that little tag end off. I've missed that talking to the bailiff. See that? That might just put a fish off. Let me snip that and then we'll get one in the water. This is the plug with no name. I don't know what that one's called. Well, first problem is the plug I'm using, because I'm fishing high up on the bank here, it's keeping it up in the water so I can see it's deep here. As the bailiff said, it is deep. Its depth is my problem, so I'm trying this one, which is some sort of shad rappy whatever, and see if I can get down a bit of depth. I don't really feel confident unless I can get about 3 feet down. If there's 12 feet, 10 feet, 8 feet of water, is that pike going to travel 8 feet from near the bottom to the top? I don't know, because I don't know how hungry they are. So let's throw this one out. Well, update people, it's the man of 1,000 casts for, wait for this, nothing. I haven't had a bump. I'm on a shad, weighted shad, which I use single hook for sea fishing, and I'm back here by the quite a fancy dude bridge, that one. I like that bridge, I like the curves in it. And I'm going to work my way up here to where Woody said go. They've got big stagings over there for match fishing. I don't know if there's stagings up this side, but I can work my way up here. And just the bailiff, I met him again, he said just keep plodding away at it. I did see a guy catch a small barbel up the end, way up in the sort of meadow area. But I'm here for pike, but if I don't get any bangs, do I sort of finish off and have a couple of hours with a bit of lunch on me? I've got no ground bait at all. I used it all yesterday catching those barbel. What to do? I'll give it another. I've just seen a fish swirl. A small jack or something just took something off the surface. Am I going to be in luck? Right, let's get casting. Well, I just talked to another young man walking along, pike fishing. He's got a big copper spoon on. He's had nothing, he's just lost one. He said another guy going down the other side, which I think I saw on the other bank, he hooked a fish, he lost it. So it's 0 for 0 for all three of us at the moment. I haven't even had a bump. I didn't get anything off that jack. I've just changed lures. As I'm sitting there to have a rest, I've seen a decent sized boil come up where they've taken a roach or something off the surface or swirled on something. I've put a plug through there, nothing. I'm going to try. Well, listen, people, you know You know what pike fishermen are like with lures. There's not exactly a shortage of which one to use. The problem is, which one will they take? It's not which one I put on, it's which one are they going to eat. I might try a spinner blade. He also told me that, I've caught on this one before by the way, single hook. He also was telling me that in a match here some guys caught some perch, wait for this, several perch in a match. He said one was £5 in a match, just here, not here. So that's why I stuck with that shad, but I now don't know where to go. But what I might do is, the rain's going to be coming in. If I don't get anything the next hour, I think I'm going to go way downstream and sit in a sort of barbel swim. I've got no ground bait and just sit there with a piece of luncheon meat and try and save the blank. But at the moment it's Graeme 0, Pike, well, not even, they haven't won anything, none of us won. Let's change this over. I'm on one of these fishing platforms. They're really good actually. Whoever designed these, very, very good for anglers. And wait for this, the water comes up and over those bank in a flood, 12 feet, lovely. You can see these stagings, they're built really, really, really strong. Steps down there and a nice platform on the bottom. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to fish here, would you? Look, it's nearly vertical. Very impressive. Even more impressive would be if I could catch a fish off one. The other guy's fishing over there, his spoon, he's gone, nothing. I don't know whether I could be bothered to go up there, the legendary hot spot or something. I don't think I can be bothered to go. I think I'm just going to work my way here. They've done all that side, you see, the lure guys have been through. Anyway, I've had a good old cast, my wrists are killing me. At least here, look, I can sit down and lure fish. I can sit and fish, lovely. I feel the heavens are about to open. Good little swim this one. Makes you want to come float fishing with maggots, like a stick float close on the inside. There he is. He also is doing nothing. Just seen a roach over there popping. It's probably the time of year when everything's going to kick off in the next couple of weeks. When I'm at home, tucked up in front of the log burner. So hard to find good pike fishing, what I call 3 to 10 pounds, just regular numbers. I think these guys said they're all going for the bigger pike, because apparently there's a big 20 came out a couple of days ago when the season opened for them. I'd settle for a big 3-pounder. It is what it is. I think the decision's about to be made for me. Blowing, rain's coming in. Thankfully I bought an umbrella, but I think I might be done with the pike. Well, that didn't go according to plan, guys. Nothing. Oh no, I caught a mallard. A mallard flew into the line. That was lovely trying to untangle it. I did get it untangled and I did release it. It just flew straight in the line. So it's tea and cakes. I'm not going home yet. It's 1 o'clock-ish. I've got luncheon meat. That's all I've got. I've got no ground bait. All I can do is either roll meat or put a heavier lead on, heavier weight, and just anchor it somewhere. It's really rainy coming in. I can see it. I don't know whether to go downstream and try down there as a sort of bit of an experiment and use tiny cubes of luncheon meat, just see what I can catch, or go back to my normal barbel swim. But I mean, I was there yesterday, I got 7. It's really good, but the minute I stopped with a swim feeder, it stopped. I stayed for another 2-3 hours, rolling meat, anchored meat, nothing. Pellets, anchored, nothing. They wanted the feed was going in, they were there. So bear with us, guys. I'm just gonna have a snack and eat and drink, refresh myself, gather my thoughts, which are many. So I'm back here in the Hereford car park, but what I call it Barbel area, if you like, come way downstream, and I'm going to give it a go, see what I can catch, salvage something. Such is fishing. So this is the last throw of the dice, people. Luncheon meat I have got. I'm down in, I don't know, the beach swim I call it. I've fished here before, so I'm hoping I can pick a fish up, maybe some small chub. A barbel would absolutely save the trip, but the pike, it's not happened. And I've never even been bitten off down here when I've been, you know, 5 or 6 years I've fished down here. From one and chubbing, I've never had one been swirled at, boiled at, bitten, snapped off, nothing. So I guess there's not a lot of pike down there, I don't know. I'm running with an old-fashioned Arsley bomb there, and a small piece of luncheon meat there, cube on a 10, a bigger carpy warpy lead, and a size, I think it's about 4 or 6 with luncheon meat there. Just my Avon quivers, and that's why I can change from pike fishing to just standard river fishing. Let's get them out there. If I am going to blank, I might as well do it with a setting like this. And you never know on the Wye, that rod might fold over. The heavier weight, I haven't bought waders or anything like that, but the heavier weight I'm going to put on the upstream. I'm much happier with the pace of the river down here, much happier. And this one's a light one, I've got no idea where this one's going. Very nearly up the tree. I think this one might even fish there on a sort of rolling ledger effect. I've got to alter this and put my bag over those two just to rest them, just so they do kick up. But I envisage just sitting here, hat on, chilling, and just waiting to see if I do get lucky. I need to come out a bit. Shouldn't need these because I'm absolutely sitting right by the rods. Put them on in case I'm looking away or something. Big clouds coming in the background, you can see them just across the back there. Lovely bit of sun that's about to be lost though. It just definitely looks a bit better pace here. I can see the leaves going through, so I'm basically just sitting and waiting. I've got to luck out on one fish. I don't think I can roll meat through there because I can't get out. I've got no waders, but this light one might be the one with the smaller piece of luncheon meat. Might be my get out of jail card fish and get some small chub. Surely I can't come up to the River Wye and have a blank on everything. It's rolling already. That one is rolling already. The other thing I'm not altogether happy about is the length of tail I've normally got with a swim feed is about 3 feet from the weight. I think I need to anchor and shorten it up on the trace. Well, it wouldn't be too much of a hardship if that cloud stayed away and I got a little bit of sunshine. I've got, I believe, about 3 hours fishing, so it's definitely not over. I would say I'm going to lose gear here, definitely. Yeah, that one's getting tap bites. Look. You see it? They're not bites. That's the lead being moved. It's the very light lead, so it's almost like rolling around, and eventually it will hold up in behind a stone or something like that. The other one, I have a feeling it's heavier, much heavier, is going to get snagged. Just need to see those fold round. Obviously not together, one at a time will be handy. Oh dear, it looks like it's coming my way. So I can see it's not supposed to be one of those days, is it? Because anchoring a bait in the autumn after strong wind, you might not be able to see in this camera, but there's rakes and rakes of leaves coming down and they're building up on the line out here. I haven't got the other camera so I can't zoom in, but trust me, there down there's a pack of leaves building up, and that catches other leaves, pulls the tip down even further, and sometimes you can just pull the bait out of position, you know, the weight. So I've cast further upstream to allow for the bump downstream. The thing I'm doing now is I'm trying to roll some meat through there. I've had one bite, tentative. It's going with the pace of the leaves, so the leaves won't hang on the line quite so badly. And the other thing I might have to do is have a go for, you know, through with a float. Woody, which is the local tackle shop guy here at the Hereford District AA day ticket stretcher I'm on, Woody will tell you what to do, where to do, what bait and all that business. He can get you sorted out. But I figure moving bait might be the way. He did give me a big float a few years back, and I've got to try it at some stage. It's got to get wet, hasn't it? So that might be the way. I think it tastes like 4 swan shot. Don't know if my rod will take it. I have to change tips of my rods, take the quiver tip off, put the regular Avon rod on. I have got a match rod, but striking a big float like that, I might break the rod, I don't know. So I'm going to plod on with the old lunch of meat and a big swan shot SSG on there, and just see if I can pick a fish off. If I can't, I'll try the float. Then I'll give up and go home. I'm thinking I need a feeder. Yesterday I had 7 barbel, but that's feeding. As soon as I stopped feeding, they stopped biting. It was absolutely drawing a line in the sand. Guys, I'm only on a barbel. Oh my God. Don't want it getting snagged up if I get this head cam on. Oh yes, would that be something to save the blank? And what a fish to save the blank with. If I get it. Pile of pressure. Definitely not a chub. Not digging like that. Look, he's taking me out. Come on, P. I've just lost 2 sets of gear on the static ledger. I thought, you know what, I'm not even going to fish. I'll just concentrate on one rod and fish the one rod properly. And I'm hoping, please stay on. Oh, he's digging. I nearly bought my waders. Let's see if I get a bit of side strain on him and ease him upstream a bit. He wants to go. Look at this scrap. I mean, the rod's locked over. He's gone upstream. That's good. Let him fight the current as well. Oh dear. Why did I go pike fishing? I just had a feeling with all those leaves hanging in the ledger weight line, you know, that if that leaf is near the lead, the fish is going to see it's just hanging in the current. It doesn't look natural, does it? Whereas this is rolling through at the same pace as the leaves, so it could look like a free offering. Just, I'm not going to go mad. I'm not going to rip the lips off it, don't worry. I want to catch it. Not a bad fish, I'd say, the way he's gone upstream. Oh, he's in there close. Probably 5-6 pounds of the feel of it. Oh yeah, nice fish. Oh yes, please. Come on, babe. He's in. Oh, what a saviour. What a fish to save a trip with. That's what I call good pike fishing. There we go. A lovely golden barbel. Now he's feeding, he's got it quite a way inside his mouth, that hook. It pops out, but he definitely nailed that, which is a good sign as far as I'm concerned. No pike, guys, but hey ho. It's the River Wye. You got these guys living here as well as the pike. Brilliant. Let's get it back. Wow, so pleased. I know I've caught loads before, I know, but it's just, that's really saved the day. Big time. Wow, he was frisky, wasn't he? He was frisky. So pleased. buzzing now. Here's an update. I've got nothing else to say. Nothing else been caught, but I've lost 5 or 6 hook lengths. It's catching on the bottom, so I'm wondering, obviously I want to get it moving. I'm going to have to try one of Woody's floats, and that way it's just bumping across the top. It's not the shot catching in the stones. There's a fishing line out there's broken off. I can feel it. I've done it sea fishing, beach fishing, all beach fishing. When you get that, that's just, it needs going in with a grapnel and clearing out, because just more people pile it in. You snag, break off, snag, break off. It just builds up. It's a shame. It needs to go out there with a snorkel and flippers or something and drag it all out, because it'll only get worse. I think the float might go past that snaggy area. I've pulled a lot of it in, might be a branch or something, and then I lost it down here. So I'm out of the swim hopefully, but if I can get over the back with a float, I'll be happier. Well, I couldn't do the float guy. I've left all my float in the car, my float box, because I had so much weight to carry. So I'm still rolling meat. I think I've got a chub on here. Probably gonna have a swan shortly. Go on, clear off. Psst. Bloody birds. Yeah, small chub. And that's on a big piece of luncheon meat. He's off. Plan C. I've lost that many sets of gear and hooks in that other swim through that loose line being on the bottom. I just got to move. So I've come up to a swim I fished literally yesterday. No, there's somebody in it already. It doesn't matter, it's the way it is. So I'm just going to finish off the last hour and a half just here. The sun, as you see, is going down. I've got a 3-hour drive home. I want to make sure I'm awake for that one. So I just lobbed out again another rig, ledger lunch meat, just out in the water. I don't know where I'm fishing or what I'm doing. I just lobbed it out there, and I'm going to work that run there with the free line, you know, rolling meat method, and see if I can't pick a chub or something up to finish off with. I feel sure if I stay piking, my wrist would be giving me a lot of trouble, and also I probably would still be on a blank like those other guys. Just got to know when to move. I was lucky with the barbel. The second one will be the icing on the cake. I don't know what to say. Promise you won't laugh. I've come all the way back to the swim that I was losing all the gear in. I went down there, there's somebody in the swim. I moved back to the swim further up, tried rolling meat, there's a back eddy. So the lead would hold out in the faster water. It's snaggy, boulders. The inside where it goes in an eddy won't let me roll the meat, so I can't bump or roll the meat because I need a constant flow to be able to feel it going round. So I figure I just fire out 2 weights and anchor out 2 pieces of luncheon meat and just see my last hour out here, and hopefully I'll get one suicider to finish on with. I've not had any chub knocks, which I find strange, but the only thing I haven't done is go real small with a piece, small piece of luncheon meat. Oh, that was a bite, guys, on a big piece of luncheon meat right over by that willow. I thought I'd just throw it in the middle of nowhere to get away from the snags. Right, bear with me, might be an outside chance of one final fish. I think what I'll do is I'll check my phone, see what the time is. So 30 minutes on these big baits, and I think I've got to try small hooks, because the current one I've got on, it's one of those grips hooks which is strong wire. Now here's a dilemma. Down in Somerset, where they do the beach fishing, shore fishing off rocks and reefs and stuff like that, they actually use a stringy wire hook. So when they get snagged up, right, bang, it springs out and they get the gear back. I always worry about it might spring out of the fish, so I like a nice strong hook. But strong hooks down there work against you. If they go in the snag, you stay in the snag. I wonder if the same works here, because those grips hooks are really good. I like them because they're strong wire. Maybe I should have a different hook for this particular situation now. Little bump on that. Could be leaves though, that's the problem. Could be leaves up, just building up on the line. You can tell the pace of the water because the way my rod's around there. Now I've got some sharp hooks down there. They're not grips ones, I don't know what make they are, but they're really, really sharp. and sort of breathe on them. They're hooked, and they're size 10, but they are, I find, a little bit springy on the wire. Constantly change. My God, I've done miles today, changing. Salvaged it with one small chub, another bite, one small chub and a barbel. Thank God for the barbel. The trouble is, this time of year gets really dark quite quickly once that sun's going. I was tempted to stay on till dusk. I haven't got my barrow with me because the tyre exploded. It's yesterday. It wasn't a pleasant experience. Funny, but not pleasant for me. So with a long drive, I was going to eat up here. It's not worth it. Last time I came up, I just drove all the way home and then went and got a Benny's burger, which is like eating a saucepan full of a saucepan-sized burger. It's really good value for money. You don't need chips with it. You get a Benny burger. Oh my God! It's like eating a frying pan-sized burger with like everything in it, including half the salad bar of the supermarket. Value for money, though. I'm definitely getting a few little knocks on this left-hand one. That's close to that willow tree. Chub. I think I ate the camera then. Small chub. Here he comes. The piece of meat he took was just stupendous. The size of luncheon meat's like half a pig going out there. I'm really going for it now. And again, put it down there, people. It's the best I can do. Too lazy to gap at this stage. It's a chub. Or a chublet, this one. Gratefully accepted. Big piece of meat he took. Look, fish is maybe a pound. You know, nice chub to catch on a stick float and a match rod. But then when you look at the size of the mouth they have, they can grab anything pretty well. Finally, I've got one of those. Well, I've lost that many of Mike's leads, carp leads. I've got sort of a flat carp lead. I'm trying to see how much it weighs. 2 ounces, I think. So it's a lump. At the end of the day, I'm leaving that hook point absolutely standing clear. Let's get. I'm fishing with it sort of locked and loaded, guys. I'm not going to mess around. You can see where the drag setting is. It's on the sunset. I'm sitting right by the rods now. One thing I have noticed, this trip's emphasised it, be 71. And I could be in my 72nd year. That's in my 72nd year. What's that all about? I caught my first bubble when I was like 14. I can remember it like yesterday. But I am really feeling the pace now. I don't know how much longer I can keep going at doing the films as I do. Pushing it, fishing it. I've probably done 4 miles today. Lugging gear, changing, doing this. Been epic days fishing yesterday, but I noticed after the second full day I do get tired. So enjoy the films while you can, boys. There might be less of them coming. As I make this one, I've backed up 42 films. And I'm going to plough through those for you every Friday next year. Plus any bonus, but I've got a lot of property work to go out as well, so I've got plenty to do. Just cast out, guys. Go for the second rod, and the first rod's on the way to the Bristol Channel. Yes, it's the man. Oh no, he's got me in a snag. Oh, I think I've moved him. I'm gonna have to give him some pressure, because that's that snag that I dragged in earlier on. So I really need to keep him sort of up this end. I don't think it's a big barbel, but it is a barbel. Either that, it's a really good chub. I'm going for a smallish barbel. Yeah, maybe it is a chub. What is that? No. Small barbel. My goodness me. If I hadn't been watching and had the buzzer on, I'm telling you, even put the mat away. That little chappy there, if I didn't have the rod there and be watching, it would be bye-bye to your rod. What a neat little one to catch. Look at that. Can you imagine that on a match rod, stick float, fast current? That'd be everything you wanted. It's not all about big barbel. Well, I'll tell you what it is about. It's about this size for the next generation. Wow, 2 barbel. It's amazing how you suddenly get lifted. A chub, a barbel. And it's down by the tree behind. I think I'm going past the snag. That's what I think's happening. Definitely the sort of middle float. I'm piling it into the snag. Right, let's get it out there again. It's the man. Now, I gotta go that way. I think I'm clear. I don't think it's a chub. It's another small barbel. What are my lines doing down there? Oh, it's a leaf. I cannot see how many times it's gone round this line. Oh well, he pulled off the hook, guys. Oh, there's a fish on this one. The other one's pinged off, and there's a barbel on this one. That is ridiculous. That one pings off. Let's see if I can get it up. No, man, 4 barbel. Good Lord. So why did they not feed like this earlier on? I don't get it. Been doing it for years. I don't get it. This is a much bigger fish. That was about 3 pounds, that last one. I think there was 2 on at the same time, you know, when I was sorting them out. I haven't got the tripod or anything. I haven't got the other camera. I've only come with this one, so we're just going to get what we get today. Oh, it's a bigger fish, this one. Not a figure. Don't mind losing a little bit of line. So the snag was down there. So up here, hopefully I'm okay. I mean, I deserve something because I've moved that many times. I've done a lot of work today. If ever a man deserved his 4th barbel. Oh, he's taking me out. He's taking me out, guys. Must be 5s. Must be around the 5s plus, I would imagine. And he's going up the current there. Well, how a bad pike fishing session can turn into a good barbel fishing session, I don't know, but I've obviously made the right choice. I want to see this fish now. Well, it's quite a nice one, yeah. Yeah, net time. Ridiculous. Often if they come out from underneath that willow, they're laying under that all day. He's in. Oh my goodness me. That's a sort of six pounder, that one. Oh yeah. That was worth walking all that time and doing all those pike casts and catching nothing. In fact, catching no pike has done me a favour. My goodness, that trip's turned around big time. That really is a trip that goes from 0 to hero. Great. I've got a few cubes left. I'm just using a running ledger and I'm whizzing it right over there. Almost into that tree. I just wanted to bump once. I'm leaving the drag on sunset and I'm watching the rod. Sort of. Let's get the other one out. Wow, all excited now. 2 dips, a flick, a shake, and it's got to go. That angle, slightly that angle. Now we get the other one out, Graeme. I've got this little foldy one, tripod thing, which has been snapped on 3 legs, and I've put a spike, a single spike on it, and I can hopefully get the camera to stand up in this shingle on this beach. So I might be able to get, if I do, probably won't catch anything now, if I do this, I might be able to get the camera sitting upright and just get you guys a different angle on it. It's one of Mike's little gizmos and gadgets that I've broken several times, and it's still going. I've got the rods all locked and loaded again. I've got enough luncheon meat there to see me out, and I don't dislike the fact this is just bumping, it's not in a snag. So maybe as a chub lifts that weight, the weight is just enough to hold in position, and as the fish comes up and takes it, he bumps the lead loose, so you do get a sort of knocking type of bite rather than just a standard crash over. Got my friends the ducks here. I'd sooner have them than the swans, unless I'm floater fishing for carp, of course. I've already given them some bits of luncheon meat, that's why they're my new best friends now. As usual, just one more. Right guys, got one. Probably be downstream at the moment, I'm going to go to the other line, most of the line. I'm just about to pack up, I've got 2 pieces of luncheon meat there. This is a sort of traditional time to get a barbel, but I personally have never done much good low light here. Well, that was a barbel, another barbel. Unfortunately, batteries died on me. I'm getting, on 2 days I have trouble getting through. Look, I just get through battery after battery. I've got the GoPro battery, but I think they must wear out. I've got 2 GoPros, and they should have lasted longer than that. Anyway, if I've got no batteries, it means I'm catching fish. So we got 5 barbel, a handful of small chub. I've got no pike. Oh, geez. I missed that one. That's another one I've missed. I'm getting right on packing up time. This is what I've got left. Not a lot of scope, is there? One and a half pieces of luncheon meat warning. They say don't go away. It's not a chub, it's definitely a barbel. Actually, I think it's finally happened. I think it's 2 at once. I've no idea how this is going to work out. I'm going to have to back the drag on this one. Just take potluck he doesn't get hung up. Which I think it already has. See if we can get one out of it. Don't get any of this, guys. The other one's run me in a snag. This one I'm going to get. Maybe. He's it. So there we go. Another 5.5, 6 pounder. Might actually be a chub or an eel or something. Not tangled too much. There we go, folks. Double strike, chub and a barbel. End up getting both of them. See if we can reach that honey pot again. Just bump it that much just once to make sure it's clear. Funny old bites. There's one. Look, it could be the chub or something just mouthing the bait. You can see how the leg gets dislodged. As the fish pulls and dislodges the lead, it doesn't actually always slam down, it bumps and taps as well. You've got to decide which one is the just the lead bumping free and which one is actually a fish. And that's the shape of, oh, that's me. That's the shape of the old, what we call the Ardsley bomb. I think it was invented by Dick Walker for fishing long range for big perch. Was it on Ardsley Reservoir? Is that why it's named? Somebody out there must know about the perch and Dick Walker. But he came up with that sort of dynamic bomb shape, and it doesn't snag so much. That's the thing. It sort of bumps and rolls around. Of course it can roll out of position here, it can go down there, but I'm sort of on the edge of those bubbles, hoping the fish coming out from the tree there. I've got about 10 minutes before I pack up. I've got to walk the long walk around the field as well. So with a view like this, I might as well say thanks for watching a totally awesome fishing show. I'm sorry that I wasn't. Oh, Jesus. Yes, I missed it. I'll say that again. Have you missed the fish? Thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, TA Fishing, TA Outdoors. Hit the like button if you so feel that way inclined. I'm down to my last few minutes, as you can see. Don't really want to go home, but it's just the way it is. Jesus. Have I missed another one because of you people? Now I think he's got me in a snag. I'll try and sort this one out, but we'll see you in the next film.